Brielle, and we are starting a series of answering your questions about popular plants. And the first one that we're starting out with is snake plants. So this is all about answering your questions about snake plants. And Cassie and I have answered the questions for you, but Brielle is going to be answering them for you in the video. Brielle has worked here at JoyUsGarden with me for over 2 years. She is a beginning houseplant gardener, but she's going to give you a 1 or 2 line answer, and then there will be more details in the blog post. I am trying to update blog posts and work on a couple of books, so she has taken over a bit of the work here at YouTube, and this is going to be a monthly series. So be nice, be kind. I hope we answer some of your questions. I can't get to all of the questions on the blog or in YouTube. We get so many questions everywhere, so these are the 10 most popular ones we have gotten. Again, there'll be more details in the blog post, and next month's topic is bougainvillea. So if you have any questions about bougainvillea, leave it down below. All right, and come back every month for this series. And now I would like to introduce you to Brielle.
Hi, my name is Brielle, and like Nell said, I am a beginning gardener, indoor gardener. So if you are like me and you're a beginner, I hope you enjoy this video. And even if you're not a beginner, I'm sure you will still learn some things. Here we have my beautiful new snake plant. This is my second one. The first one died. So we're gonna start over, and we're going to take these tips into consideration, and hopefully she lasts a little longer. She's looking good. The first question is, how often should I water my snake plant? Is top watering or bottom watering best for snake plants? The rule of thumb is to water it every 2 weeks in the hot months and every 3 to 4 weeks in the winter months. Definitely go easy with the watering. If you overwater, the soil will become too moist and the plant will rot. Watering should be done when the plant is almost completely dry, and Nell says she has never bottom watered her snake plant. She just waters it straight from the top, and that works perfect every time. The second question is, what size pot do snake plants like? How crowded do snake plants really like to get? Snake plants actually like to be a little crowded in their pots. The worst thing you can do for them is put a snake plant in a pot that is too big for them. So keep that in mind. You're not going to want to repot this plant a lot. It's bad to keep a snake plant in a pot that's too big because there's too much soil in there and the soil will stay too moist. So you want to keep the pot small for your plant, and when you do repot your plant, just go up one size at a time. That should be about 2 inches. So like from a 4-inch pot to a 6-inch pot, 6-inch pot to an 8-inch pot. The third question is, where should I place a snake plant in my house? And how much light does a snake plant need? Snake plants are known for being really tolerant of low light. So that's awesome, especially for beginners like me. But the mistake I did was, it was in the complete darkness. So yeah, don't do that. They do need some light. This is not a no light plant. It definitely needs some light. And especially if it has variegation like this, it will lose its variegation if it's too dark. So moderate light is best. The fourth question is a snake plant indoor or outdoor? They can be both depending on your climate. Nell has grown snake plants both indoors and outdoors. She grew one in Santa Barbara and here in Tucson, in the shade for sure, because the sun here is just like too crazy. And I mean, Santa Barbara is a beautiful temperate climate, so they do really well outside there. But I would say most people do grow them indoors. If you are going to grow a snake plant outdoors, just make sure you protect it from the sun and the rain. The fifth question is, do snake plants need misting? No, they do not. They do not like to be wet. They do not like to be extra moist. They don't need the humidity, so do not mist your snake plants. Question number 6 is, how do you propagate a snake plant? There are 2 main ways to propagate snake plants. One is by division and one is by leaf cutting. We have done videos and blog posts on both of the methods of propagation. They will be linked down below. There's also a third way. You can do it by seed, but that takes way too long. So we definitely recommend the other two ways. Between these two propagation methods, the leaf cutting method definitely takes more time. The division method is faster. So it really depends on your plant and your needs and what you want to do. Make sure to check out the videos in the description box so you can propagate your snake plant. The seventh question is, how do I make my snake plant grow bigger and faster? Snake plants naturally have a really low growth rate, and some won't grow very big at all. One type of snake plant that will stay small is the bird's nest snake plant. They're small, they won't grow that tall, but other ones can grow like multiple feet tall. But a very popular one is and I'm gonna read this off my phone, the Sansevieria trifasciata. Now tell me if I said that right. I did practice. But the Sansevieria trifasciata is a very common snake plant, and it does grow taller. The eighth question is, when should you repot a snake plant? As always, spring and summer are the best times to do your repotting, but if you live in a more temperate climate, early fall is great too. Like I said before, snake plants like to be a little tight in their pot, so don't feel the need to repot it every year or even every other year. They don't need it. The ninth question is, what is the best soil for snake plants? Can I use succulent and cactus mix for snake plants? So the best soil for a snake plant is something that is well aerated because, again, these plants do not like to be super wet. So yes, a cactus and succulent mix would do great for a snake plant. Nell uses a mixture of half succulent and cactus mix and half potting soil. Whatever you use, make sure it will just let the water drain out really well. The 10th question is, do snake plants flower? Nell has had some snake plants flower outdoors, and she's only had one flower indoors. But when they do flower, they are little white flowers and they smell really good. But yeah, mine have never flowered. Obviously, they're not doing that well. If you do want an indoor houseplant that flowers, check out some bromeliads or calendivas or kalanchoes. And the bonus question is, why are snake plants called mother-in-law's tongue? If you look at the leaves, they are very sharp and pointed, and they might hurt you. So it's really up to your interpretation on your relationship with your mother-in-law. My fiance is sitting right next to me, and I have a beautiful relationship with my mother-in-law. So I would not refer to the snake plant as the mother-in-law's tongue, but a lot of people do. I still think it's a funny name. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, there is more linked down below, more info in the blog post. Definitely check that out because, like I said, I'm just a beginner. I'm just here to relay the top level information for you. So if you want more info, check out the description box. Nell literally knows everything about houseplants. My houseplant collection has grown so much since I started working for her, and it's been really fun. As always, I thank you for your likes and subscribes, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!